So it's 5:30 a.m. and I wanted to talk a little bit about the sleep deprivation that they use, or that they certainly use here for me. So it will start soon after I go to bed. I'm just making myself a cup of heating some water up so I can have a coffee, a decaf coffee. I don't know why I added that, decaf coffee. Supposedly it's better for you. But yeah, the sleep deprivation, what it is that they do here, so it'll start soon after I go to bed. And they'll all congregate in one room. So everyone that lives here, they'll all congregate in one of their rooms. And then they'll start their little campaign, and they'll begin by usually whistling or blowing what sounds like a dog whistle. They'll do that, and they'll do this throughout the night. And then it'll be sounds, but it's not an ongoing sound, like they'll turn the music up really loud. It's a series of kind of shock sounds, sudden sounds, to cause me to jump, to cause me to startle, to cause me to wake up so that I never get any decent sleep. So it'll be a series of bangs or screams, or they will play things. They will have their window open, and my window's open. My window's rubbish, in fact. Let's see if you can see. So that stays open all night. All the time, actually. My window's rubbish. I think it's only single glazed, so it doesn't keep out any sound from outside. So they'll play sounds, like kind of babies crying, but it's quite quiet. You know, you can only hear it. And then there'll be bangs throughout the night, and then they'll come in and out each other's room, or they'll walk up and down the stairs, and they'll make sure they drop something as they come up and down the stairs, you know, just that kind of startle reflex. And then this morning they woke me up by just coming in and out, and making sure the door closed repeatedly. So it was about 6 times, you know. It's about 5:20 in the morning, and they made sure that the door closed behind them, like 5 or 6 times, bang, 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 until I was finally awake. There's no work or anything. None of these people have any work. They're not going to work. They're not coming from work. They've got nothing to do all day. All they do is gang stalk. This is their life, living in this house. Is just torturing me. And then as soon as I go out, there's a heavy smell of like perfume, you know. They've sprayed something out in the hallway, so that's the first thing that I get in my nose when I open my door, you know, and go outside. So that's kind of it. That's what these ones do. So like I say, they'll all congregate in one room, in one of their rooms. And then they just do this throughout the night, you know, just to startle me from sleep, so I don't get a decent sleep at all. And this is every night, you know. Like I say, I finally had enough, and they done their door slamming at 5:20, and they wake up. You know, there's no point in trying to sleep because it just carries on, and you know, you lose patience with trying to go to sleep eventually. But I mean, the other thing is so that it makes me angry, so that I get up in the morning and I start fucking slamming doors to try and retaliate or lose my temper. You know, that's exactly what they want, is for me to retaliate and do something back to them, you know, start screaming and shouting and whatever it is that they want. But also they want me not to kind of carry out the routines that I have, the healthy routines that I have. The fact that I go out walking every single day, the fact that I eat reasonably healthy. They think that if they sleep deprive me enough, I'm not going to be bothered going out for a walk. It's going to put me off doing that. And then I'm going to turn to food for comfort. You know, they have to have you going into your kind of bad habits. You know, they have to have you turn into things that aren't good for you. They want to see you fail, basically, you know. You're doing too good for them, and they don't like it. Someone making sure they come home at 5:30 in the morning, so I can see their 2 brake lights. I don't know if it shows up on the camera. Never stops, does it? Never fucking stops. But yeah, just stay strong. I know it's hard. It'd be easy for me to just go, fuck this. Wait till the shop's open and go buy, you know, food, I suppose. But I suppose the ultimate goal was that I go and buy a fucking litre of vodka. You know, that's the kind of ultimate for these cunts. That's the road that they want to lead me down, but it's kind of slow developed. So they'll start me. I think I'll start with, you know, food, cigarettes, and then move on to alcohol if they can do it enough to torture me. But these absolute fannies have been doing this for about a year and a half. I've lived here now. No, not quite a year and a half, about 15 months. And they've been doing this pretty much since then. You know, all of them, like I say, they all congregate and they all work together as a little team of a team of fuckwits. But anyway, I just wanted to share that, my rant for today, my sleep-deprived rant. So to the ones in the house, you know, I hope that you get what's coming to you eventually. You know, you will. So I look forward to that day coming. I look forward to that happening, because you're absolute turds. You really are. You're disgusting. I mean, I have to hold my nose when I walk past your room because the smell of fucking BO off them, honestly, it's disgusting. One of them, I can tell when he comes out his room, because the smell of his body odour comes up the stairs to my room, and through a closed door I can smell it within my room that he's left his room. That's how strong and disgusting his body odour is. And they all fucking congregate in that room, you know. It's filthy. These people are fucking filthy. It's disgusting. Anyway, take care. God bless. Lots of love.